All right, welcome back to Mike Torres Golf with your host, Mike Torres. And breaking news, I never do this. If you guys follow my channel, and if you're not, hit that subscribe button. I will never make a video. I'll do news, but like, holy crap. So there is a lot to digest. And for me, I wasn't able to get a video out earlier because, well, at work. But what I will say is that there is a lot of takes on this. You know, in reality, people are asking, why did the PGA do this? And, why would they ever get in bed with Saudi-backed, any type of, Saudi league? And, obviously the real answer is always going to be money. They can obviously, there were some things that Liv was doing well that PGA we're starting to learn from. Do I think the merge makes sense? From a financial standpoint, I do, because there's good in both leagues. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the wins and losses here. So the wins. So Greg Norman wasn't even brought up in this conversation. So anybody that's thinking like this is a Norman, the Shark, doing anything, he wasn't even brought into this. Nothing. This is completely on the Saudi-backed presidents, who in any, now that they merged, he is the final say, not the PGA Tour. So I have no idea, and if you don't believe me, look at any of the news that's come out, but Saudi Arabia's Liv commissioner / president has the final say in all cases. So the PGA seems to have lost in this debacle, because for me it seems the PGA players weren't even asked, and this is going to be the next section. How do the PGA players feel? They're out of money because the people that left for Liv obviously are pretty pissed off because they got huge signing bonuses. But from what the PGA says, they're obviously going to have to pay to come back in, which, that would be good just to give some of the money back. But at the same time, that doesn't solve all the issues. In reality, you have the PGA players now that you have to deal with that have been loyal to the PGA. And in their eyes, I'm looking at this as a complete disregard of respect to them, the loyal ones that sit on the PGA Tour. And I feel like they were just completely lied to at this point. And that's going to bring a lot of turmoil kind of moving forward. You're not talking about like no-name people. We're talking about Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy. We're talking about the big names on the PGA Tour. And I am very interested to see their thought process on this, because from how I look at this, to have the Saudi, the Liv Golf Tour commissioner lead, and when they're merging and everything moving forward is now has to go through him as the final vote. The PGA no longer has the final vote in this merger. When it comes down to any type of equitable type decisions, it has nothing to do with the PGA. The Saudi leader now has full control of all decision making. So my question is, why? Why did the PGA agree to these terms? I'm confused, because there's a lot to take and get from the Liv Tour, but to give the PGA Tour, I would say, almost away. You got to almost see that as criminal. And I have nothing against the Liv Tour, but the PGA has been around, and it just feels like a huge slap in the face to the players. Do I see this being a good thing overall for golf? I do, actually. Even though many people did not believe in Liv, they did some really interesting things. Party holes, team ups, or teams that they have. Imagine putting like Tiger Woods and any of them on those teams, depending on how they set their expectation. Is this going to be one large tour, or are they going to leave 3 separate entities still? That's another question. How I would look at it, I can easily see, the PGA and the Liv players keeping up with each other, but I can't see the DP World Tour keeping up with those players. So how would you have that one large conglomerate type tour? What's the tour name going to be? So this leads to a lot of questions, and put them in the comments, because For me, I woke up this morning, I had to think about this for like 7.5 hours while working. I'm like, why would they make this decision? Did some research on it, but it just, in reality, it favors Liv. It favors the Saudis here. So I'm going to end the video just with that, because that's a lot to take in. Even though this is only going to be like a 5-minute video, there is a lot of information to take in right now, which I'm still taking in, because the PGA is going to do something they've never done. The PGA has been going on for over 150 something years. So complete change in golf, revolutionary just merger of the largest groups in golf, where Liv has only been around for 2 years and they're already getting what they want. The PGA has been around for 150. And for me, it's like, what the hell actually happened? So let me know in the comments below, because I'm shocked right now. I cannot believe this and how fast it went, and none of the players were spoken to. So I leave you on that note. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. In reality, I am fucking shocked. Excuse my language, but gonna continue to say that. And then think of everything what I said, from like the tour name to the players to who really won in this instance. And are all those large PGA events / how are these tours going to change now? I'm confused. But that's why we love golf. Golf is confusing. We hate it and love it at sometimes, and that's about it. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.